Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Star Citizen Alpha 4.1.1 is the meatiest patch we've had in a long time. So this is a mixture of CIG trying to make the game more playable, more focus on sort of content rather than features, and sort of Fleet Week all converging into a single patch. And I'm pretty excited for it. So I want to talk about Alpha 4.1.1, what we can expect, what's going on with that at the moment, the potential release date for that, which admittedly, I thought was going to be as early as a few days ago, and dig down a bit deeper into, exactly what is going on content and feature-wise for this patch. So, release date-wise, when are we getting 4.1.1? Well, it could be anywhere between this week and Fleet Week. So, basically, by the 15th of May, which is when Fleet Week starts, a lot of the content in here is needed for Fleet Week. It contains the Fleet Week stuff, but I'd also expect CIG to want to get this patch out as early as possible to get people in and playing it as the main live build, and then hotfix anything that is potentially problematic before Fleet Week. It also means you're going to have less people downloading Star Citizen when Fleet Week is on, if you see what I mean. So you release it earlier, get a load of people to download it, and then when the free fly and Fleet Week's happening, obviously a lot more people are going to be downloading as well. So 4.1.1 is going to be the Fleet Week patch, with the Fleet Week stuff being activated during Fleet Week, and then will continue to be 4.1.1 after Fleet Week with that stuff deactivated, but there might be some other stuff going on, and we'll come to that. So is there going to be a patch wipe or anything? Almost certainly not. However, CIG do wipe or partial wipe sometimes if they need to. I believe that 4.1.1 should actually carry over more stuff than ever before. CIG are trying to make sure that stuff more stably carries over, including contested zone items and stuff like that. Still not sure if components on ships will carry over. If you've customized them, they often just get wiped. You're sort of advised to take them off and store them. But anything in your sort of hangars or whatever that's stored appropriately should be okay. Things that typically aren't, or almost certainly won't be carried over, are consumables, refinery jobs, character and hangar customizations, things like that get wiped. I do want to put a little disclaimer here as well. Feature-wise and sort of content-wise, things could change. Things could get dropped at the last second, or more bits added and changed. So sort of bear that in mind, although we're playing a lot of this stuff and they sort of confirmed it to some extent in the PTU patches and on the roadmap, doesn't necessarily mean it will sit exactly as it does at the moment. So there's been a huge overhaul to missions in Star Citizen, especially focusing on what CIG are calling ship battle missions version 1 part 1, but this is ship combat missions, patrol missions, ambush missions, things like that. So ambush missions, you literally have a target that you need to sort of hide away from. You go to an asteroid or whatever, hide behind it to obscure your signature, and then you have to jump out and get that specific target. Patrol missions, you're patrolling around and you have to defeat the enemies around a patrol route. There's Gilly's combat training gauntlet as well, and there's Ace Pilots, which they had issues with, but I'm expecting tweaks to this and to actually make it into the live build, but they appear during certain missions to sort of add spice to these missions. The combat training gauntlet missions are sort of more tailored to an extent and sort of get progressively harder, but the patrol and ambush missions, there's a big range and scale of those that you can get, but they represent some of the bread and butter of the kind of missions you can expect in Star Citizen, although they're going to evolve these and add more and more components to them, more and more different types of ship, and make them more appropriate for each of the different zones you go into. Expect to see loads of ambush missions, patrol missions, and that sort of stuff in the future, and them to continue to expand out. Also, they've re-enabled and refactored a load of missions. So handyman missions are here, PvP bounties are turned back on, animal hunting missions are here again. There have been a load of tweaks to reputation as well, and rewards for a load of these missions. And they have updated mission locality and offerings, so you are more readily able to get missions that are nearby. They're going to be more readily offered to you. Local missions based on your proximity to them. That is going to be much more of a focus. And then beyond that, they're going to give you some missions that are still within the same planetary system for you, but you're going to get much less in the way of missions that are travel across the entire system of Stanton. So loads of cool mission updates there. And they've added some new space sort of points of interest, asteroid cluster mining bases. They're kind of backdrops effectively to missions. They're these points of interest that are sort of a mixture of asteroids and space station assets sort of all splodged together, but they don't have an interior, so they're cool for having them around, your sort of patrol and ambush missions. Wicklow's Emporium's had some updates, but you're going to see updated missions for Wicklow's. You're going to see updated rewards. There's scrip as well now, so you can earn scrip from some of those new combat missions, or find it in the Fleet Week Haul as well, actually, and then trade it for new Wicklow stuff. There have been some big ship balance passes as well. So there's been a sort of literally a big ship tuning rebalance. So capital ships, massive ships, they are going to feel heavier. There's going to be more of a sense of mass to them. This is especially true of the Polaris and the 890 Jump. They've made a load of changes to these ships. They've also rebalanced military components to make them better suited for combat purposes. We've seen a load of ship changes as well. The Argo Raft has like doubled its cargo. It's got a flat functional bed as well now that you can stick cargo to. The Anvil Valkyries had a huge health buff and thruster tweaks. If you want to do mining and refining, you're going to be incredibly happy with 4.1.1 because they've basically fixed some stuff and done a huge amount of mining quality of life updates. So you can effectively run mining operations now. So this actually represents one of the best quality of life updates the game has ever had fixing this. So ore pods can now be sort of dropped from your mining ship. They're droppable, shareable. You can put them on cargo ships. They're detected by freight elevators and cargo grids, or can be refined from the pod, basically from any cargo of any ship or station now, and actually sent to station storage, the refined ore. So you can run these loops now properly for mining and have a cargo ship pick up the sort of ore pods as you're jettisoning them, take them to a station, have them refined, and have them refined into the station. Go and pick up more of those ore mining pods and keep on doing that and bringing more of the pods back to the ship so that they can keep on mining. And then later on you collect all the refined goods, sell them somewhere, and boom, share the money. Flight blades, these are really cool. It's actually quite a minor thing, but they represent something much bigger, I suppose. So ships with available flight blade slots can basically fit these new items, which should be turning up during Fleet Week, and they will tune some aspects of your ship's flight. Now, flight blades, they are effectively the sort of first early steps towards the other AI blades and stuff like that, and these will effectively give your ship some sort of semi-autonomous control of weapons and turrets and countermeasures, or tweak your ship's performance and give additional functionality, allow you to basically run larger ships with smaller crews. This is basically the same item as that, or shares the same slot, but yeah, it's very minor in the fact that this item, although will be a physicalized item that you can put into your ship sort of thing, is only giving you just like little tiny tuning changes to your ship's flight. I actually feel like this is more them getting their house in order so they can bring engineering in with all the physicalized component slots ready for all the ships, but that's just my thoughts on that. There's some character and FPS updates as well. There's some new hairstyles for players to customize their characters with. There's also some NPC updates with comms and dialogue improvements, stuff like that. The Volt SMG, the Quartz, has been added, and this is a very short-range SMG, very high DPS. It's a beam weapon that overheats real quickly, and you can find this at the Hathor outposts along with the Volt AR. They made some balance passes as well with some of the FPS weapons, the Kana, the Gallants, the Ripper, stuff like that. Also, interestingly, they've got the Paramed medical device now being shared with your sidearm or pistol slot on your sort of armor. So you have to make a conscious choice. Do you want to bring a sidearm or do you want to bring the Paramed medical device? Now, I will almost always bring that Paramed medical device because it's so useful. This was a little controversial as a change as well, because some people are like, why are you doing this? This doesn't make any sense. Why are you sort of nerfing your ability to bring the stuff that you want to bring? But CIG, I believe, are trying to have specialist armors and have players make more of a choice in what they bring and what sort of soft class they are based on their equipment. So you could see some different armors and more of the specialist armor start to turn up in 4.1.1 and beyond. We've got some more Fleet Week focused content as well. So Fleet Week is going to be at ArcCorp Area 18, or at least the expo is. So basically every couple of days, a different manufacturer or set of manufacturers will take over the expo hall at Area 18 at ArcCorp, and you'll be able to rent all of the sort of ships and vehicles there for free, see some new ones, that sort of stuff. But there's a load of other stuff going on. There's an Idris, which you can do a self-guided tour of on top of the sort of ArcCorp tower. And interestingly, this appears to be the Idris P, and it's a more complete Idris than we've ever had before. Players were stealing the Idris M in sort of the PTU. They were pretty flyable, but not spawnable by players, which is sort of unfortunate. A lot of people think that, and this is a more sort of crazy rumor going around, that the Idris will be out very soon or with 4.1.1. It's very unlikely, but it is possible, I suppose. But there's a load of other stuff happening. You'll see the UE fleet flying around. You can hunt for scrip in those expo halls as well, so that can be traded in for Wicklow and sort of getting some rewards there. There's some more newbie UBE training missions available, not to be sort of confused with Gilly's sort of advanced gauntlet. There's going to be a free fly as well. So yeah, this all starts from the 15th of May and goes on until I believe the 27th. There's a Hunt the Polaris sort of more global co-op mission going on as well. A Polaris or some Polarises have been stolen by the Frontier Fighters, and this is a sort of mission that will happen rarely during Fleet Week, but you'll be able to join up with a load of other people and take one of these down. I'd originally thought that actually what was going to be happening was that the Idris P, that the Tord Idris P was actually going to be the ship that gets stolen and then flies around. And I mean, I suppose it still could be. But yes, new ships and vehicles are coming with 4.1.1, or at least Fleet Week as well. Now, the one we know is 100% confirmed is the StarLancer TAC. This is the combat variant of the StarLancer. I absolutely love it. It's got a med bay. It's got a load of forward-facing weaponry. It's got a hangar for a little ship, like a Fury or two. It's got room for a vehicle to come out its rear ramp. It's got room for a load of Marines as well to assault ships. It's just a fantastic sort of dropship, gunship group wanting to run missions and do a load of different stuff kind of ship. I really, really, really rate this one for groups of players that are sort of between 4 and 8 that just want to run a ship together. You can expand that out a little bit as well because of those sort of seats for Marines. You can run it with a load of people if you want to. Have someone flying a Fury, have someone driving a vehicle on the ground, loads of stuff going on. But the rest of the ships that are coming with sort of Fleet Week, the new ones, are lots of maybes. We know that there's likely going to be a Grey Cat ground vehicle, maybe sort of a missile variant of the Guardian, a new medium-sized Anvil ship, potentially more could be turning up. There could even be concepts. There are a range of crazier hopes, like, as I said earlier, like the Idris coming to like fully flyable, but also things like the Paladin turning up, the Ironclad and more. But those are much less likely now, but they are still possible, I suppose. There's also things like the Mantis heavy strike fighter and stuff that they've been talking about, which again could turn up. They're going to turn up at some point. And if you want a video that digs more into those spoilers, one of my spoiler warning videos, go check that out on my channel. I will link it one down below that you can check out all those sort of different rumors on ships that might be turning up during Fleet Week in a bit more detail. There is more as well, actually, because you've got sort of Spectrum and in-game chat integration going on and being tested that's turning up more readily for 4.1.1. Potentially there's going to be more events and narrative stuff and missions beyond Fleet Week. I do want to give you a few warnings and issues, though. CIG have been trying to fix some quantum travel problems that have been persistent. Now, quantum travel is working more consistently, but these sort of bugs seem to sort of re-rear their heads, so hopefully that will be solved before live build. There's also some like low performance issues, especially around the Fleet Week areas. CIG have been addressing this by expanding out some of the green zones and stuff like that. Typically during free flies and Fleet Week and stuff like that, servers do get a bit overburdened and lots of things and problems happen and people can't log into the game. And so I'm hoping that CIG are able to avoid that. Hopefully they'll be able to release 4.1.1 a few days, if not a week before sort of Fleet Week, then get some stuff hot fixed, get enough people downloading the game so that they don't have to have some of their services sort of super overloaded, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, huge amount going on with Star Citizen, both with 4.1.1 and Fleet Week sort of combined, I suppose. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm interested to know, are you looking forward to it? What are you concerned about? What are you excited about? Do you think anything else is going to be turning up? Did I miss anything in this summary? Do you like the focus on combat missions and sort of getting some of that grind into a better place and having a few more options when it comes to doing different types of combat mission? How's Alpha 4.1.1 playing for you on the PTU at the moment in the latest build? What are your thoughts or questions? Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Something else I'd love you to do is, maybe go check out nordvpn.com/BoredGamer or use the links below. You click that, you get yourself some NordVPN, you have better security, privacy, and accessibility of your interwebs. I love NordVPN, and if I could get married to it, I would. There you go, that's a shining endorsement. May is about fleets, lots of dogfighting, flying with friends, and once again we've partnered with Lunar Wolves, a Star Citizen organization looking for recruits. Maybe you might be an appropriate fit. You can check the recruitment page for them down below. But we're giving away a fleet of ships. Commenting on any of my videos during the month of May gets lots of different lucky winners. The chance to win a Constellation Andromeda, a F7C Super Hornet Mark II, a Redeemer, and a Cutlass Black. Each winner will win one of those, courtesy of the Lunar Wolves. But wait, there is more. The Lunar Wolves are also giving away an RSI Polaris with lifetime insurance to one of their new recruits. Winners of that particular ship will be selected randomly from eligible org signups, but the rest of those ships, they're given away on my channel entirely, so you just need to comment on any of my videos to be in for a chance of winning. Lunar Wolves welcome all who share their passion for adventure and love of Star Citizen, and you can find out more about them on the lunarwolves.org webpage as well. If you would like to further support the channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that sort of good stuff. We've got join buttons under videos that help support the channel as well. You get some exclusive videos that are going out now. They've got Patreon, which basically does the same. We make daily Star Citizen content here, and that's partly due to the people that go the extra mile and help out the channel. I hope you have a fantastic May, a fantastic Fleet Week, and a great Star Citizen Alpha 4.1.1 experience.